What up, YouTube? Today's video, I want to talk about why the Illuminati won't let the Chicago Bulls win another championship. Now, I know to some people that terminology Illuminati may be played out, you know what I'm saying? But, you can call them whatever you want to. The light bearers, the Zionists, the higher ups, the men in power, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call them. I'm just using that term because, they really are the enlightened ones in this realm. They're not the only enlightened ones, but you get what I'm saying? They are the ones in power because they do have control over that. See, people don't know that sports is fascist. It's organized. Real shit. That's what people don't understand. A lot of times they be throwing games like like the like basically like for example, I don't know exactly how it goes, but the coach or somebody will tell them like, "Hey man, y'all got to throw today's game." You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Or some bad shit gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like some weird shit. Not saying it's gonna happen like necessarily along those lines, but there is times where certain players that's in a higher tax bracket than other players, they know more stuff. They know more secrets than players that's rookies. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. That's not really in a tax bracket. Or the player don't have to be a rookie. They could have a $1 million tax bracket, but they not in that Carmelo Anthony tax bracket where it's 100 million. You see what I'm saying? Totally two different tax brackets. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? I'm just giving an example. So it is times where certain teams have to throw games. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. The real shit. But if you think about it, when Michael Jordan was playing for the Bulls, he won like 6 championships. Yeah, he won like 6 championships. And don't get me wrong, it was violence happening at that time in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? In the 80s. But it wasn't as bad as it is now. Now, some people say it was worse in the 90s. But like I said, I was born in the 90s, so I don't know. But it seems way worse now. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because it is some crazy shit going on. But think about it. See, when Michael Jordan was winning these championships, you know what I'm saying, and the Bulls was winning, you notice that the city, it had they isolated incidents, don't get me wrong, but the city was more at peace. People was more together. See, a lot of people don't peep that when Chicago teams, like when the Cubs won, when they won the championship, it been like what 108 years or some shit since they had won that championship. Was it last year or this year, some shit like that? Everybody put their differences aside and came together for that one split moment. You know how powerful that is? All that love and all that positive energy for that one split moment can actually change and make a difference. They don't want that. That's why they keep on having the Bulls lose every year, year after year after year. They don't want the Bulls to win another championship because it's too much power, it's too much love, too much positivity. So they want to keep the Bulls losing. As they keep the Bulls losing and they keep kicking them out the playoffs, more frustration builds up in people. And a lot of people say, "What you mean by that?" It's a spiritual thing. At these arenas, they harvesting people energy. Now, of course, people ain't gonna believe this shit. Like I said, you ain't gotta believe me, but this is the truth. Like when people be screaming and and you wonder why you come from a basketball game or a football game, you feel drained and shit, or you come from a concert, you be like, "Damn, I'm tired." You ain't tired because you was exerting energy. You was tired because they was stealing your energy, energy vampires, and they sell the energy to the higher ups. A lot of people don't understand this shit. It's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Spirit, something that spirals. Energy, it spirals. You see what I'm saying? But that's my take on it. Why the Illuminati higher ups, whatever you want to call them, they don't want the Bulls to win another championship because they want the cycle of violence to continue to get worse and worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? Because me, in my opinion, if the Chicago Bulls win a championship, the city would be a little bit more peaceful. In my opinion, like I say, this is just my opinion. The city would be a little bit more peaceful because I noticed this year after year. Like I noticed this since like 2010 on to now. The Bulls will make it to the playoffs, always get kicked out the first round. A lot of people gonna say the Bulls weak. The Bulls is not fucking weak at all. The Bulls have a fucking squad. They got Jimmy Butler, Doug McDermott, D. Coli Meritic, motherfucking they got Bobby Portis. Man, come on, they got a fucking squad, and that's not even all the people. They got more people on that. I ain't even name them all. I'm just naming the heavy hitters. Come on, man. They got a fucking squad. So I know they have the capability of winning. They just don't want the Bulls to win. Too much power and positivity that will bring to the city. So to keep the cycle of violence, they say, fuck it. You're going to disappoint the fans again. kick them out the playoffs. That's just my opinion. Why they're not letting Chicago win another championship. They're not letting Chicago Bulls win another championship because it's too much power. It'll bring too much positivity and light to the city. That's just my opinion. And another thing that people don't understand about Chicago is, like I say, violence has always been a part of Chicago culture. Al Capone, and probably way before Al Capone. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that's a good thing, but I'm saying, though, I notice in Chicago culture as well, when sports is, in play, a lot of people get along. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people put their differences to the side for that split moment. You know what I'm saying? Because you may be beefing with this person and that person may be beefing with you, but y'all from the same city and y'all going for the same team. So when a person from the same city, and they may have issues, but when they see their team winning and see their team putting their home city on the map, they put their differences for the side for a little bit. And that's positive energy, them good vibrations. They don't want that to happen in the city of Chicago. Because the city of Chicago births leaders. Real talk. The city of Chicago is like, we are like the teachers. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything comes from Chicago. Real talk. All the trends, all the slang, all the fucking, the fashion, all that shit comes from Chicago and Atlanta. Chicago is the big sister to Atlanta. Real shit. Atlanta and Chicago is the hottest places on earth right now. I mean, California too, motherfucking Miami, those places too, but I'm talking about in the top two spots. Chicago and Atlanta is the hottest places on earth right now. And all the trends and shit always come out of Chicago first and then Atlanta. And then after that shit starts in Atlanta and Chicago, it migrates around the world. Real talk. I'm trying to tell motherfuckers what I know. A lot of people don't understand that. I'm trying to tell you, man, that's why they're not going to let the Chicago Bulls win another championship. There's too much positivity and power that will be coming to the city. That's just my opinion. Wake the damn up. That